The early Muslim expansion, beginning in the 7th century, reshaped the political and cultural landscapes of vast regions, extending the influence of Islam far beyond the Arabian Peninsula. This remarkable series of military campaigns and conquests spanned Europe, North Africa, and Central Asia, laying the foundation for one of the largest empires in history. The following documentary overview highlights key events and territories that were central to the early Muslim expansion. The dawn of Muslim expansion. After the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE, the Rashidun Caliphate, 632 to 661 CE, succeeded him, and the first caliph sought to expand the Muslim community. Propelled by a fervent sense of religious and political purpose, Muslim armies began to move beyond the Arabian Peninsula, motivated by the belief in spreading Islam and consolidating the newly unified Arab tribes under one banner. North Africa, the gateway to the West. The conquest of North Africa marked the first significant phase of Muslim expansion beyond Arabia. Starting with the invasion of the Sasanian Empire in Persia, Muslim forces turned their attention to the Byzantine Empire's territories in North Africa. In the mid-7th century, under the leadership of commanders like Uqba ibn Nafi, the Umayyad Caliphate launched a series of successful campaigns, capturing important cities like Carthage, modern-day Tunisia, and establishing Muslim rule over the Maghreb. The spread of Islam in North Africa was facilitated by the weakened state of the Byzantine Empire, which had struggled to maintain control over its territories. Over time, the Berber people of North Africa embraced Islam, solidifying Muslim control over the region. By the early 8th century, the Muslim empire stretched across modern-day Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. Europe. The push into the Iberian Peninsula. In the 8th century, Muslim forces turned their attention westward to the Iberian Peninsula, modern-day Spain and Portugal. After the decisive Battle of Guadalete in 711 CE, where the Visigothic King Roderick was defeated, Muslim armies led by generals like Tariq ibn Ziyad and Musa ibn Nusayr quickly advanced into Spain. Within a few years, most of the Iberian Peninsula was under Muslim control, and the region became known as Al-Andalus. The Umayyads sought to expand their territory further into the heart of Europe, reaching as far as the southern French city of Toulouse. However, the Muslim expansion was halted in 732 CE by Charles Martel at the Battle of Tours, also known as the Battle of Poitiers. This marked the limit of Muslim expansion into Western Europe, preserving Christian control over much of the continent. Central Asia, the eastward push. While the Muslim forces were engaged in the West, their expansion eastward was no less significant. Following the conquest of the Sasanian Empire in Persia, Muslim armies turned their sights on the vast region of Central Asia. Under the leadership of commanders like Qutayba ibn Muslim, the Umayyads launched campaigns into Transoxiana, a region covering parts of modern-day Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Tajikistan. Central Asia was a critical region due to its strategic location on the Silk Road, facilitating trade and cultural exchanges between the East and West. The conquest of Transoxiana was characterized by fierce resistance from local Central Asian kingdoms, including the Sogdians and Khwarezmians. Despite these challenges, the Umayyads successfully incorporated the region into their empire by the early 8th century, contributing to the spread of Islam and the establishment of Muslim rule across much of Central Asia. The legacy of early Muslim expansion. The early Muslim expansion set the stage for the formation of a vast and culturally diverse empire. Through military conquest and the spread of Islamic culture, the Muslim world integrated numerous civilizations, including Persian, Byzantine, Berber, and Indian. The spread of knowledge, particularly in the fields of science, mathematics, and philosophy, became a hallmark of Muslim rule in these regions. The expansion also created a diverse religious and cultural tapestry, with significant populations of Christians, Jews, Zoroastrians, and other religious groups living under Muslim governance. The policies of tolerance and coexistence helped foster a rich and flourishing cultural environment, especially in regions like Al-Andalus and the Islamic heartlands of Iraq and Syria. Conclusion: the early Muslim expansion was one of the most transformative periods in world history, influencing the course of civilizations across 3 continents. From the deserts of Arabia to the shores of the Mediterranean and the heart of Central Asia, the conquest shaped the political, religious, and cultural landscapes for centuries to come. The documentary of this era offers a detailed account of the military strategies, key battles, and leaders who shaped the early Muslim empire, highlighting their enduring legacy in the world today.